Paano ba
kaming
makahanap
dalawa.
ng ganyan? Baka nagtatanong yung mga viewers natin, Miss A.
Pinagdasal ko
At
yan.
yan, tama ang tamang sagot.
Kailangan ipagdasal yan. Talagang pinag-pray ko yan kay Lord, Lord, please. Bago pa lang kami ikasal ng husband ko, nag-usap na kami. Sinabi ko sa kanya, mag-away na tayo sa lahat, wag lang sa pera. Kasi money is the root of all evil. Ang dami naghihiwalay dahil sa pera.
Meron ka bang big plans for the upcoming mega sales? 11-11, 12-12, ganyan?
Oo, palagi naman kami may big plans for that.
Baka
So,
naman,
kailangan palagi
pwede bang
silang
mauna
magkabang
dito sa
talaga.
voucher? Wow. Welcome to Adulting with Joyce Spring. Watch the full video of this episode on my channel, www.youtube.com/joyspringtv. And if you want to level up your adulting game, check out joyspring.com/collections for my digital products and courses. Miss A, can you tell me a little bit more about your life? Paano ba nag-umpisa yung content creation journey mo?
Well, yung content creation journey ko kasi nag-start siya nung nagbebenta pa lang ako ng mga luxury bags. So, syempre, I started kasi as an online business ng mga luxury bags. So, parang nasa isip ko, syempre mahirap naman na pagkatiwalaan ako ng mga tao na bibili sila ng sobrang expensive na bags, tapos hindi nila nakikita yung mukha ko. So, dun nag-start. So, I start doing vlogs, unboxing, mga bag raid videos, nag-tap din ako ng mga celebrities, and then, ginawa ko siyang parang learning session. So, parang gumawa ko ng mga real versus fake videos, entertaining, at the same time, giving infos about how to spot a real and a fake bag.
And sobrang trendy nun ha, because that really became a big thing on social media,
Actually,
diba?
mas doon ako nakilala talaga. And nung nag-viral also yung nanakaw na Hermes bag sa store namin, so mas lalo.
Pero before you went into luxury and content creation, were you always an entrepreneur? Like, or were you focusing on raising up, diba? Because you're also a mom. Was that the focus of your life?
Kasi bago pa naman akong mag-asawa, meron na akong on the side na business.
So, entrepreneurial
pero sideline
ka talaga.
lang.
Okay.
Hindi yun talagang parang main parang on the side lang palagi. Kasi I'm an engineering graduate.
Oh, tingnan nyo, alam nyo ba yun?
Malayo sa kung nasan ako ngayon.
Yeah.
So, hindi talaga ito yung yung sinimulan ko. Pero siguro dahil nasa dugo ko na or parang passion ko na talaga yung selling. So that is why dito ako dinala ni Lord.
And so, yung journey na yon from being kind of like entrepreneurship being on the sideline to now it being your full-time thing, gaano katagal yon? Because I feel like ang daming tao mga nag-iisip na kailangan overnight success or minsan
wala namang overnight success.
There you go. So tell us
diba?
about your story.
Before kasi ako nag-full-time talaga sa business, kasi nag-start muna ako, nag-call center agent ako. Nagbenta ako ng mga Xerox copier machine, naging medrep ako. So ang dami kong mga trabaho muna na pinasok. Pero sales-related nga lang din. And then until such time na yung sideline ko, nakita ko yung passbook ko, parang, wait lang, yung kinikita ko sa isang araw dito sa sideline ko is nalalampasan niya na yung kinikita ko sa isang buwan. Doon sa current work ko. So, doon ako nagdesisyon. And I even asked for guidance, of course, kasi big decision yun. Naiiwanan ko yung...
Medyo stable, kumbaga.
Yes, kasi diba, sabi nga, bago ka pumunta or pumasok sa isang negosyo at iwan mo kung ano talaga yung nagbibigay kabuhayan sa'yo, kailangan stable na. Kailangan buo yung loob mo at alam mo yung hindi ka magsisisi bakit ito yung pinili mo. Kasi malaking desisyon yun 'di ba? Na papasukin mo tong mas risky kasi ang negosyo. Ang negosyo kasi hindi naman yan palaging nasa taas ka or hindi palaging kumikita ka. May tendency yan or may at some point na pwedeng bumagsak or malugi ka.
That's so true. Yung husband ko kasi is also he graduated entrepreneurship. He's a businessman. And what we've been learning, we're a young couple. Syempre kasal lang naman, 5 years kami married. And what we realized is that ang dami naming businesses na inuumpisahan and maybe 1 out of 3 lang yung magsusurvive. Tapos yung dalawa parang kailangan mong i-accept na part pala siya. And I remember reading something that said, treat your failures as not a failure, but rather a chance for you to learn. Because the only real failure is you not trying at all.
Yes.
And tama yung sinasabi mo, diba?
Alam mo, bago din ako napunta sa ganitong business, or bago ako napunta sa estado na to na sinasabi nila successful na, ganyan, ang dami kong failures muna. nung mga past. Kasi sumubok din akong magtayo ng nail salon, which is, habang nagtatrabaho ako, sinubukan ko siya. Until dumating yung time na yung sinasahod ko is pinababayad ko na lang dun sa renta and dun sa mga tao.
Para lang
may mapasweldo. Break even. Tapos talagang wala, nasuko na ako. So, hindi ko na kaya. Kinlose ko na yon. Pero, hindi ako nag-stop doon.
Yeah.
So, still, habang nag-work ako, again, hanap ulit ako na ibang business na pwede kong additional income dun sa current job ko.
I do believe that that's the entrepreneurial spirit wherein you try new things, you fail, you learn from it, and then you take those lessons into your next adventure, into your next investment, into the new business that you're going to be investing in. But I want to ask you, kasi nga from luxury bags and goods, now you've gotten into beauty and wellness. And it's also blown up. It's such a big brand. A lot of people love it. And a lot of people really look up to you because of this particular line of business that you're at. Paano napunta doon, Miss A?
Nung pandemic. Kasi nung pandemic, 'di ba? Syempre yung kasi may store kami for our luxury bags. So may pwesto kami, nagsarado yung mall. So sabi ko, anong gagawin natin? Hindi pwede. Also yung mga angels ko, uwi sila ng probinsya, wala silang pagkakakitaan. So sabi ko, wait lang, iuwi natin yung mga bags sa bahay. And then sa bahay na tayo mag-live. So doon namin ginawa. And surprisingly, ang daming tao, ang daming buyers. So halos every other day nagla-live selling kami, and then I do vlogs on the side. Tapos, yung mga tao na mismo yung nag-mention. Kasi nga, ang daming curious, ganyan. Tapos yung iba, ang mamahal naman yan, hindi ko naman afford yan. Tapos alam mo yung parang nagkaroon ka ng loyal following na pinapanood ka nila, hindi dahil gusto nila yung binibenta mo, pero naaaliw sila sa'yo. Na-entertain sila sa'yo. Tapos sila na yung nagsabi, Miss A, Miss Ana, labas ka naman ng products, yung sarili mong brand na para makasupport din kami, makabili din kami sa'yo. Kasi sa ngayon, hindi pa namin afford yung mga bags na binibenta mo. So, dun nabuo yung, sabi ko, parang hindi ko naman linya yan. Kasi that time, pandemic, di ba, sobrang boom talaga yung mga skincare products. Diba? Yun talaga.
Kasi yun yung mga 20-step routines na nagta-trend online. Because that's all we were doing at home.
Yes. Kasi nga, naiinip ka. So, parang, gagawin mo na lang. Magpaganda ka ng sarili mo.
Kung nasa bahay lang ako, kagandahan ko na.
Diba? Yeah. So, syempre, at first, hesitant ako. Kasi sabi ko, hindi naman ako maganda, hindi naman ako makinis. So, ano ipapakita ko? Paano ko siya ibebenta? And then sabi ni husband, sabi nung asawa ko, kaya mo nga papatunayan sa kanila na effective yung product mo.
That's right. May glow up.
Yes. So, sabi ko, sige, why not? Subukan ko muna. Pero, nag-start kami wipes, antibacterial wipes. Kasi nga, pandemic. So, sabi ko, parang, napapanahon yung antibacterial wipes na yun. And then, eventually, nag-release kami ng iba't iba, lotion, soap, at maganda naman yung pagtanggap ng mga tao. Surprisingly, nag-start na mag-shift. Alam mo yun, though nandyan pa rin yung bags, andyan pa rin naman, may pwesto pa rin kami. Pero, nung ang daming mga distributors na pumapasok, and then, nung naglabas na kami ng yung mga beverages namin, dun na parang biglang sumabog. Parang, hala, totoo ba to? Kaliwat kanan, ang daming orders. Maga pa lang, madaling araw pa lang, nagsisimula nang magbalot kami sa bahay. Kasi, aabutan kami ng courier. So, dapat, pagdating ng courier, nakapack na lahat ng orders. And then, the distributors, ang daming kumukontak, ang daming gustong pumasok, or ang daming gustong magbenta. So, parang, biglang unti-unti, na iba yung purpose ko, na parang, wait lang, iba na to. Parang, may gusto na akong parang nung una kasi trial and error lang muna, diba? And then, nung time na yon, ang dami nang nagsusupport dun sa brand, ang daming positive feedback about the products, parang naiba na yung purpose ko in life. Parang may certain goal na akong gustong i-reach. Which is yung mas makatulong sa tao. Kasi, syempre the distributors, masaya sila dahil nagkakaroon sila ng extra income because of the products. And then yung mga taong gumagamit ng produkto, alam mo yung pag nagpapasalamat sila sa akin, pag nakakasalubong nila ako, saying good things about the products, super na-happy talaga yung puso ko. So parang gusto kong i-share sa buong mundo kung gaano kaganda yung product natin and gawang Pinoy. Diba?
That's amazing.
Yun yung parang kailangan mapalaki ko to.
Two things, I learned from just your kwento right now. The first one is we always have to be ready to pivot. Because as you've mentioned, hindi natin control yung nangyari, with the pandemic, with the lockdowns, with everything. And the first thing that you told me was that you instantly thought of the pivot that you can do with your business. That's the first one. And the second one is never be scared to try something new, even if that means being a beginner in that particular field. Because you never know if it's the thing
Para
that will
sa'yo.
actually fly, di ba? Na para sa'yo. Kasi sabi mo kanina, hindi naman sa akin to, di ba? Hindi ako trustworthy dito. But I love the encouragement of your husband na, why don't you just try? Maybe it will work out. And I think that's such a beautiful reminder to anybody out there na dinadoubt yung sarili nila if they're in a different kind of season or circumstance. But I wanted to ask you, something that you talked about kanina was really live selling and, doing your shops online. Tell me more about TikTok Shop and how that really affected your business. Because I know na ang dami talaga from your following in TikTok and of course from your TikTok Shop, right?
Nung nagkaroon na ng TikTok Shop, parang biglang nagulat kami. Na biglang mas lalong nag-blown up yung sales. So parang na-triple yung sales namin. And then, nagkaroon kami ng parang malaking following also on TikTok. Then the journey, kasi ang bilis mag-upload sa TikTok. It's a free marketing.
Yeah.
Diba? It's a free marketing. Aside from other social media platforms, si TikTok kasi parang one-stop na siya eh. So, na-entertain ka, at the same time, nainganyo kang bumili.
Yeah.
Diba?
At ang bilis kasi.
At ang bilis ng proseso.
You see something, you click the yellow basket and it's there already. Yeah.
So, malaking help sa amin. Even sa mga distributors namin. So, malaking chunk ng sales namin galing kay TikTok.
Bakit? Ano ba yung mga specific features in TikTok Shop that's very different or very helpful?
For me, it's the yellow basket. And then, TikTok is always generous when it comes to giving vouchers, discounts, free shipping. And then, ang daling mag-live sell. So, once nagla-live sell ka, syempre, you can add yung yellow basket, ando na agad, pwede na silang bumili. Kasi with other platforms naman, walang basket. So, parang live ka lang, tatanungin pa nila, paano kami bibili, saan makakabili?
Ang dami pang kailangan pagdaanan.
So, like ako, may mga distributors po tayo sa comment section, ganyan. Yung mga distributors, I encourage them, please, engage tayo sa comment section para masagot yung mga inquiry at ma-serve natin yung mga buyers. Yun nga lang, ang problema sa ganun kasi, prone to scammers also. Kasi pwedeng may magpanggap na distributor.
So how do you avoid that? Or paano ba maging safe when it comes, like from a consumer's perspective, how do you differentiate the true distributors from those who aren't?
Kami ini-encourage namin, i-upload nila or pakita nila yung mga IDs nila. Yung mga IDs.
Okay.
Also, yung mga proof, like, yung nakakasama nila ako sa events. And then, yung bahay kasi namin ngayon, inopen ko for our distributors eh. So, they can live sell dun mismo sa bahay. So, meron akong parang mini office doon, isang studio lang din na pwede sila mag-live sell gamit yung own account ko. So, nakikita yung face nila, nakikita na legit sila. At the same time, diba, nakakapag-content sila, nakasama ako. So, pag yun nakikita ng mga customers, mas pagkakatiwalaan sila.
Yeah, I think that's a good reminder, no? Kasi syempre, we're digital citizens now, di ba? Lahat tayo online. And I feel like majority of our shopping really happens online. So, kailangan talaga meron tayong initiative on how to be safer online when we do our purchases. Katulad ng sinabi mo, be more mindful, like, kanino ka ba bumibili? Legit ba tong person na to? From a consumer's perspective. But from a business person's perspective, tama yung ginagawa mo na gumawa ka ng system to kind of show people that, okay, these are the ones that are safe, just to kind of be safe also for your consumers,
And
diba?
ma-familiarize sila with our distributors as well.
Yeah.
Ayun. And for the consumer side naman, always palagi ko nire-remind, kapag sobrang bagsak yung pressure, sobrang mura,
If it's too good to be true, diba?
Yes, kasi yun talaga yung number one reason kung bakit na pepeke yung mga consumers natin. Kung bakit naluloko sila or na-scam sila. Kasi ang bilis nating maniwala kapag nakakita tayo ng mura, buy one, take one, buy two, take two, na-attract agad tayo. Parang feeling natin, ay, mas makakamura ako dito, eto na lang yung bibilin ko. Diba? Which is, pagdating sa'yo ng product, ayun, napamura ka talaga.
Yeah.
Diba?
Ibang klase. Ibang klaseng na pamura. Yeah, that's a really good point. Well, Miss A, you know, kanina when you came into the studio, the first thing that we really talked about is your personal life. Wherein you're a mom, you're a wife, and you're running a business. 3 kids already. Tell me more about that balancing act. Kasi sobrang busy mo. I'm sure I see your ads sometimes. So I wonder, how do you balance it all? How do you balance a successful business, your online content creation, while at the same time, you're being a mom and a wife?
Siyempre, mahirap talaga. Time management talaga yan. Pero, kapag kasi, lalo na ako, very hands-on kasi ako when it comes to business talaga. Good thing lang na I have my husband sa likod ko palagi. So parang meron kaming, toka-toka ng trabaho,
Yeah.
ganyan. So when it comes sa bahay, mas siya. Kapag sa business, mas ako. Pero sa business, tulong din kami. Kasi when it comes to mga financial, monitoring, ganyan, and technical parts, si husband din yon. So, kami, parang tag team.
Paano ba makahanap ng ganyan? Baka nagtatanong yung mga viewers natin, Miss A.
Pinagdasal ko
yan. Yan, tama. Ang tamang sagot.
Kailangan ipagdasal yan. Talagang pinag-pray ko yan kay Lord. Lord, please.
Tama. Yan ang
kasi,
number one.
Diba, if you have a partner na susuporta sa'yo sa lahat ng mga ginagawa mo, and always palagi ko yan. Ito, palagi ko sinishare din to. Sinasabi ko to sa ibang tao na bago pa lang kami ikasal ng husband ko, nag-usap na kami, sinabi ko sa kanya, mag-away na tayo sa lahat, wag lang sa pera. Kasi money is the root of all evil. Ang dami naghihiwalay dahil sa pera.
Actually, the number one cause of divorce, I think, from the last statistic that I read, is money, finances talaga.
Diba? So, parang, for me, yung pera, yes, kailangan natin yan para mabuhay, para mabigyan natin ng magandang buhay yung mga anak natin, di ba? Pero hindi yan yung magiging rason para mag-away tayo or para masira tayo.
Tama. So, it's really finding the right partner who you can build a life with, Someone who will support you, encourage you, take the weight off of you when needed. But how about in motherhood? Because now you have 3 kids. You told me they're all in school already.
And I'm so lucky din kasi yung mga kids ko, naiintindihan nila yung work ng mommy nila. So sometimes pag nakikita nila ako na nakabihes, Mommy, why are you wearing like that? Ganyan. I have work. Sabihin ko lang. Okay na sa kanila yon, naiintindihan nila yon. Pero syempre, I have to make sure na meron akong time for them pa rin. So meron akong araw na nasa bahay lang ako. Meron akong ganon. Kapag naman, kasi minsan pag lumalabas kami ni RJ, talagang tinutuhog na namin isang araw, ilang meetings yan, 4 meetings. So after our podcast, later nasa EDSA Siyang kami for another 3 meetings.
Wow,
so dire-diretso na yan. Tapos tomorrow, pwedeng free time ko naman. So whole day nasa bahay ako, lalo na pag weekend. Kasi yun naman yung time ko for them.
That's so funny. I was just telling our team here in the podcast, like, I do the same exact thing. Like, kung aalis ako ng isang araw, gagawin ko na lahat sa isang araw na yon.
Kung meron ka pwede isingit mo na.
Tama. Para the rest, you really can prioritize your family. And I think yun diba? The only way that you can balance so many things at the same time is, one, of course, a very helpful, supportive, loving partner. And second is really knowing your priorities and scheduling accordingly. Kasi kung alam mo yung priorities mo, magagawan mo ng paraan yan eh. Kailangan mo lang talaga pag-isipan, iplano, ischedule lahat ng mga bagay.
O kasi pagka, yun nga, speaking of priorities, syempre, kasama sa priorities namin, yung mga bata. So kapag mayroong mga activities sa school,
blocked off.
Block yun. Parents meeting, ganyan. So, kailangan present kami.
Miss A, meron ka bang support system apart from your family? Like, do you have a mentor or best friends? What does a support system for somebody who's juggling so many things like you look like?
Kasi syempre, pagka ganito, di ba, ang dami mong, parang punong-puno na yung isip mo. Kailangan mo rin ng, anong tawag doon? Yung outlet.
Yeah.
So, kailangan mo ng outlet. So, meron akong kaibigan, I have my best friend, Madam She, yung tawag namin sa kanya. So, she's older than me, pero, ayan, siya yung someone din na napapag-sabihan ko or napapagkwentuhan ko kapag may something, even kapag may hindi magandang nangyayari sa aming mag-asawa, syempre, iba pa rin yung may nahihingan ka ng advice.
Tama.
Diba? And also, my husband as well. Kasi kami ng asawa ko, like sa gabi, bago kami matulog, may kwentuhan muna kami. So, ano nangyari sa work, ano nangyari sa meetings, kwentuhan. Tapos siya naman, minsan pag lumalabas siya with his friends also, o ano nangyari, parang nagmamaritesan kami sa isa't isa. So, mahalaga yun for me, kasi parang it develops also yung, di ba, sabi nga, yung asawa mo, dapat best friend mo rin yan.
Because you're spending so much time with them, di ba? You have to like the person that you're married to also. That's so true. And I think all of the people that I know who are very successful and very happy, kasi may mga successful na hindi masaya, very successful and very happy are those with good friends. It doesn't have to be 2 million friends.
Yes. Hindi kailangan madami.
Hindi kailangan marami. Minsan, 1 or 3 lang palagi yung mga best friend nila. But it's the same people that they can relate to, ask advice from, bibigyan ka ng reality check, diba? Sila yung mga tipo ng tao who will always hold your foundation and remind you who you are and what you should be doing with your life.
Kasi kailangan merong ganon. Kailangan merong taga-remind sa'yo or taga-pigil sa'yo or taga-push sa'yo.
Oh, tama,
diba? Kasi
yes.
minsan tayo, syempre, sobrang aggressive natin. Parang feeling natin, ay, wait lang. Kailangan makuha ko to or kailangan mag-grab natin to. Pero, sila yung sandali lang, pag-isipan mo muna.
Yeah,
Baka
tama.
naman masyado ka lang na-excite.
And it's always important to have a support system that's outside of the situation you're in. Kasi syempre, yung perspective natin medyo muddled.
Yes.
Kasi tayo nandun sa situation, di ba? Busy ka magpalaki ng, may bias ka. Kasi fixated ka dun sa goal mo. Pero, kung meron ka mga kaibigan na tao sa buhay mo who can look at it from a different perspective and tell you, eto yung medyo blind spot mo. You're kind of missing this view or perspective. I think that's so empowering, especially for moms like us who are constantly thinking about how is everyone, diba? Yun ang trabaho ng mga nanay eh. Okay ba yung asawa ko? Okay ba yung mga anak? May kailangan ba sa bahay? This, and that. Plus the business pa. But let's go back a little bit to your business. I know there are a lot of things happening right now. Burr months na. Pinag-usapan natin kanina. May mga Christmas songs na nagpe-play sa background. Meron ka bang big plans for the upcoming mega sales? 11-11, 12-12, ganyan?
Oo, palagi naman kami may big plans for that.
Baka
so,
naman, pwede bang
silang
mauna
mag-abang
dito sa
talaga.
voucher? Wow.
So, yun lang. We advise talaga yung mga Luxers natin or yung mga loyal users din natin na palaging mag-abang. Every time meron mga double-digit sales, especially now, Burr month, syempre, lalabas na yung mga mega vouchers dyan, mega discounts, bundles. Ayan. So, and also, may mga upcoming products din tayo na lalabas. So,
Wow,
dapat
may
nila
bago.
Abangan, yes. After the avocado, so merong ulit na bago.
Oh, exciting. Okay. Miss A, I think a lot of young entrepreneurs right now, we have a lot of listeners here on the podcast who are entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs. And we are so inspired by the work that you did with your TikTok shop and how you were able to grow. Meron ka bang advice or practical tips para sa mga business owners na gusto nilang i-grow din yung business nila online through TikTok?
Yeah, siguro for me, kailangan consistent ka talaga.
Okay.
Kasi kung hindi, parang lulubog, lilitaw. Alam mo yun, syempre yung mga taong nakaabang sa'yo, the algorithm also kasi ni TikTok nag-iiba-iba. So baka mamaya may makasingit na ibang algo dun sa FYP ng mga consumers mo, mawala ka bigla. So consistency at the same time, yun nga, very kasi today yung change as in ang daming nagbabago-bago.
Yeah.
So like, kailangan ready tayo. Kailangan madali tayo mag-adapt sa changes. Kung ano man yung sabihin bawal na to, bawal to.
Yeah.
So, kailangan buo lang din yung loob natin para mag-adapt dun sa mga changes na yun. Or else, kakainin tayo. Parang susuko ka or may mapanghihinaan ka ng loob.
You know, all successful business people I know say that exact same thing that you're saying, but in different ways, which is kailangan yung adaptability level mo mataas. Kasi nga, if there are only 2 things that are constant in the world, taxes and change. That's it. Diba? So, kailangan mo talagang matuto as a business owner na ano ba yung nangyayari ngayon. You have to be sensitive about what's happening in the environment, what's happening in social media, right? But for example, yung mga business owners naman na talagang starting from 0 followers. And I would get this message often, like, how do I bring my social media or my business game up? Ano yung mga value systems or yung mga pinapaniwalaan mo that has really helped you be at your level now?
Siguro, be authentic. Kailangan totoo ka. Kasi pagka, pag nagpapaka-plastic ka, especially on social media, malalaman din or mafe-feel yun ng mga followers mo, di ba? At saka, ikaw din, mahihirapan ka. So, kapag pinifake mo yung identity mo, yung sarili mo, ang hirap. Hindi mo masusustain yan. Like, dadating yung point na talaga mapapagod ka. So, yun. For me, you have to be real, authentic ka sa lahat ng mga ginagawa mo, and you have to be honest. Kasi mahirap magnegosyo kung hindi ka honest dun sa binibenta mo and dun sa mga consumers na binibentahan mo. Remember, karma is real. Diba? So, lahat yun may balik.
Yeah.
Siyempre, ang gusto nating balik, good karma. Yun yung gusto natin. Yun yung goal natin.
Yeah. And also, whatever you put out there in online, it will be there forever. So you want to be able to put out good things online.
Yes.
And speaking of good things, I think everybody has enjoyed this conversation of ours. Maraming salamat, Miss A. Yun na ba yung gusto mo pa 2 hours pa? Pwede pa natin ituloy-tuloy. Pero before we go, can you please tell us more about your social media accounts? I'm sure fina-follow ka na ng watchers namin, pero just in case, and of course, your business as well.
Just in case, please follow me on my TikTok account at Ana Magkawas Official, and also please support Lux Beauty and Wellness po. We have upcoming big sale this coming 10/10, 11/11, 12/12, of course, bare months na. So lalabas na yung mga mega vouchers from TikTok. So please try also our products kung hindi nyo pa po nasubukan. For sure, magugustuhan nyo at babalik kayo.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Miss A, for being on this episode of Adulting with Joy Spring, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.
Bye. That's it for this episode of Adulting with Joy Spring. If you liked this podcast, please don't forget to use the hashtag Adulting with Joy Spring, and also check out www.joyspring.com for the show notes, and tag me on social media with at Joy Spring. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Paalam!